Good morning everyone. Today we will start our constructive instruct in Java. That is, first is for loop syntax. So in this for loop syntax is used when number of iteration is fixed and known. So it is also called fixed or known iterative loop. So here in this example, in the one program, I is equal to 1, my control variable has the initial value, I less than equal to 12, then I plus plus. Now in the block statement of for loop, so here we are going to print a table of 2 and 13. So A is equal to 2 into I and B is equal to 13 into I. Then again, when loop reaches to 13, so that will not execute it because it is written that less than equal to 12. So it will move up to 12. No, 13 will not be included in this. Now in our next while loop statement, so here condition is checked before executing the statement, whether it is single statement or number of statement, we use block statement. So if you look at this figure, so in this while loop syntax, condition can be any in place of, that is in boolean expression, and here block is the body of the loop. So here these statement, whatever written is under the condition of while loop, that is repeated until condition is true. So here we look at one example it here. So in this, where while condition is there, so if you look at this, I is equal to 0 while I less than 3, so that is my condition. Then you have to print the value of I on the screen, then I plus plus, then I will move till when I is less than 3. When I value is increases by 3, so loop will be closed. Do while loop will execute the loop body at least once, even if condition is false. So in this case, do while statement, so at least once when condition will be executed. Then when you're going to write the statement, do, if you write one statement, no need to put the block, and under block if you have to write the number of statement, while condition and semicolon. Condition will check at the last where while condition semicolon, condition is there. So before that all statement will be executed at once in this. So in this do while statement, we also call it exit control loop. So in this exit control loop, so only loop will be exit when condition is false, that is written after the block statement. So here is we have one example it here. So here is this according to the switch case statement, according to the condition we will get out from the loop. If you look at this in the figure, there is number of name of the countries there according to the condition 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to exit we have to enter -1. That means if you not enter in the choice -1, your loop will be continue until you enter -1. So only in -1, that is a case is -1. So you have to use system dot exit function is there, you have to use in this. So if you look at this output, if you enter the choice as 1, then related country name will be appear, choice 2, 3, 4, 5. But when you enter like choice 6, so that will not end of the loop. So in this case your statement will show wrong choice and you have to continue again, because here choice is written under the do condition. Okay, so when while, because all your menu driven switch case statement is under the do while statement. So do block started, and after that at the end when while condition is there, if your choice not equal to means if your condition is false, then it will be continue. So here if you look at this statement at the end when your condition is choice not equal to -1, then statement will be continuous, otherwise it will stop. Next is jump statement. There are two types of jump statement, break and continue. First is break statement. So where break statement is used. Basically break statement is used basically if you want to jump unconditional from the loop. Like break statement is used to unconditionally jump out of the loop. Sometimes it may happen that the loop has not been completed but the requirement has been fulfilled. The user then would like to terminate the loop without its completion. So in this situation, break statement is used to solve the purpose. Hence break statement used in a loop to send the control out of the loop. So in this example, so under for loop, then integer I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, then I plus plus. So we are going to just print I here, but if I want to just jump from this statement, suppose I write if I is equal to 5. So what does it mean? Then if I is equal to 5, then it will be execute from the statement, from the loop statement, because we are using break statement here under I is equal to 5. So in that case, what will print on the screen before I value 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, so that will be executed in the screen. But if I is printed before the condition, so in that case I is equal to 5 will be printed on the screen. Then if condition is written after printing the I value, then I is equal to 5, it will be jump out from the loop. Did program control break out of the loop? You may want to know if the loop completed normally or through the break statement. So that is a basically condition. Either whatever condition you have written in the loop, that will be completed as normally according to the statement, or either that is the same thing if which I just told before, if your requirement is fulfilled before closing the loop, you can come out from the loop. So like here you are going to check the prime number. So what is the condition of prime number? Divide number by numbers from 2 to number divided by 2. Then if number 2 to number means up from 2 to value of the number, what is the value of the number? So when it is divisible by any number, so that is a composite number, and if it is not divisible by either one or only it is divisible by either 1 or itself, then it is a prime number and not divisible by any number. Like here if you look at 9 divided by 2, so that gave me actually 4.5, but if according to the computer statement 4 will be considered, only quotient will be considered. So if you check divide 9 by 2, 3, 4, so 9 is not exactly divisible by 2 because 1 will be remainder as left. But when you divide by 3, in that case it is your remainder will be 0. That means 9 is divisible by 3. So this is not a prime number. So next is continuous statement. Continuous statement transfers the program control to the beginning of the loop to start the next iteration, skipping the remaining statement in the current iteration. So actually this statement is exactly opposite to the break statement. So if you look at this here, integer I is equal to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus. So if I write the condition if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, then continue. That means if any number is divisible by 2 I value, so that will not show on the screen, and after continue, if it read the continue word, it will directly jump to the increment statement of the loop to check the condition of the loop and ignore the next statement which is written after the continue statement. Because here for loop is integer I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5 and I plus plus. Like here if I is equal to 2, that is divisible by 2. So if it is written continue, that means it will die. So in this I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Then if any number is divisible by 2, remainder is 0, the continue statement will be executed and control exactly transfer to the directly definition of the for loop, like integer I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5 and then I plus plus. So it will check the increment part according to the continue and skip system out printer. That means those number divided by 2, remainder is 0, exactly divisible by 2, that will not print on the screen, and those numbers are not which are not divided by 2, that not satisfy the condition, so that will print on the screen according to this for loop. So it will display on the screen 1, 3 and 5. Then our next is empty loop. A loop with an empty body is called an empty loop. If you write the loop and in the block statement you write nothing, or just write while condition semicolon, do semicolon, while condition, for initial condition, update, like whatever your syntax is there, if you just put semicolon after that, that means you are not going to write any statement in this. So in this case, in this your empty, no statement will be there. So the loop in which body part is missing, so is called empty loop or null loop. In other words, it is a loop that contains null statement, like in this I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, and nothing is written in that. Okay, and semicolon is written at the end, and system out prints sum plus sum. But in the definition part of the for loop, it is written like I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, sum is equal to sum plus I plus plus, and semicolon is written at the end. So initialize very beginning, sum is equal to 0, then I is equal to 1. So that is the initial value of I. But when it moves, because everything is written in the definition of the for loop and semicolon is written at the end, so it will check when I less than is equal to 5. But here, so how this statement sum is equal to sum plus I plus plus will be executed? So in this, when any term is executed, it will take I is equal to 1, then first it will go with 0 plus 1, then in the sum form it will store 1. But for the I next value, it will check for the sum value, what is in the sum. Then here it will show that sum is equal to sum plus I plus plus. So it will shows like that. Then it will show 0 plus 1 that will be sum is equal to 1. So after that will be the next value of sum will be stored as 1. The next value will be sum plus I plus plus, that is 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and so on. Similarly, loop will continue when I value less than equal to 5. Next is delay loop. Delay loop pauses the execution of the program for some finite amount of time. So in this case, if your condition is have more iteration value, like if it is written there 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1, so that means it will move because semicolon at the end is there, so it will nothing show on the screen, so that it will continue in the memory infinite time, and we thought that it is not showing on the screen, so it will stop somewhere else. Like here, if you like while I plus plus less than same 1 with number of zeros, the high value for the iteration, like do while also, if you write I plus plus 1 0 0 0 up to number of iteration value, so that means it will delay for very few minutes according to whatever your looping condition is there. Like if I have the example, if we read as A before the loop, and after the loop within the loop, if I am going to print B, so if you check the output, only A will be stored first, A will be shown on the screen first, and when it will enter in the loop body, so B is printing of B variable will take lots of time on the screen. So like in this example, we have for the purpose of delay loop, what is the purpose? These two sets of loop are the same, whether I write I plus plus or whether I write I minus minus greater than equal to 0. And when you think about that, I minus minus greater than equal to 0, so it will also shows at the delay loop. Like in here, see my example, I told the example. What about finite loops? A loop which iterates for a finite number of iterations is called the finite loop. Infinite loop, a loop which continues iterating indefinitely and never stops, is termed as an infinite loop. So in this infinite loop, a loop that repeats for infinite number of iterations, and we also call it endless loop. Like in this, if we write while true system out println infinite while loop, do system out println infinite do while loop while true, and for is nothing. With for we write nothing in this, the definition of the for loop. So there is a nothing in the body. So that shows that infinite loop. Like in this, if we write anything in the program, so it will shows continuously on the screen infinite loop continuously. Like here in the screen, if we write while true, then it will be infinite time will be true, and it will be shown on the screen infinite while loop indefinite time. So in that case, it never be stopped at any point. Like in this example, while n not equal to 0, there is a nested while loop. First is when while condition is true, and when you enter the n value n not equal to 2, your statement will be executed. But inside when while loop is completed, and here if you look at this, if sum is equal to 9, only loop will be executed with the break statement, otherwise it will be continue. That means if you get total sum is equal to 9, only in that case your control will be out from the loop, otherwise it will be continue as it is. Like here, loop will continue if you get sum 3, 6, 72, but when you get 9, loop will stop immediately. So if you get sum is equal to 9, because this is the unconditional jump from the loop, or if suppose you didn't get here sum is equal to 9, that means loop will continue infinite times. So it will be never be stop at any point. So like in this block statement, if you saw that while n not equal to 0, here sum will be calculated, and that sum will be checked after the loop while statement. If sum is equal to 9, system out println and loop will stop now here. Otherwise, if you didn't get 9, then loop will be continue as it is. Like if you whatever you shown on the screen here as well as output. So here is a flowchart diagram of the for loop statement, then while loop. If condition is true, process will be executed, otherwise loop will be terminated. Same for do while, process statement first, condition, then break statement for different for loop, while loop and do while loop. Continue statements used in loops to continue the execution of the statement. Infinite loop, finite loop statement, if you write nothing in the body, just increment is going on and nothing will be shown on the screen. Then empty